Good morning, friends. I'm Bhupesh Mansal, Director Anand Prakash Educational Academy, and your mentor for physics. जैसा कि हमने लास्ट वीडियो लेक्चर में देखा था, एक होमवर्क के लिए क्वेश्चन दिया था। होप आप सबने वो क्वेश्चन कर लिया होगा, बट अगर किसी से नहीं बना होगा तो we'll solve this question in class today. Apart from that, we'll also be doing some more numericals in the class today. I noted down 4 numericals for us to attempt in the class. So let us begin. Before starting, let me ask, how's the Josh? I know the Josh is a bit high watching all the video lectures. Yes. So coming down to the first question which was given as homework. इस क्वेश्चन में हमको एवरेज स्पीड फाइंड आउट करनी थी. वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द एवरेज स्पीड. एवरेज स्पीड हमने को मालूम है इज इक्वल टू s अपॉन t, दैट इज टोटल डिस्टेंस अपॉन टोटल टाइम. नाउ अगर हम लोग देखते हैं सिर्फ इस पोर्शन को, तो दिस इज अ यूनिफॉर्मली एक्सेलरेटेड मोशन wherein u is equal to 0, v is equal to 8, t is equal to 4. This is the data given and we know how to find s. S is equal to area. So this area is the area of the triangle where is equal to half base into height, which is half. What is base? Base is 4. How much is the height? Height is 8. So this makes it 16 meters. Let us come down to the second area. Now we know height is this is a rectangle. So area S, I'll call this as S1. S2 is equal to breadth into length. Breadth is 8. Now the mistake students generally do, they take length as 9 or breadth as 9. It is not 9, it is 9 minus 4. Remember what we had done yesterday. We have written as T2 minus T1. So 9 minus 4 is 5. So S2 is 40 meters. Now let us see about S3. S3 is a parallelogram. S3 is a parallelogram. Area of a parallelogram is sum of the two parallel sides, that is 8 and 6, 14. Half of it, that means half parallel sides sum into distance between them. So half of 8 plus 6 into the distance between them is 12 minus 9, that is 3. So this makes it 7 into 3, 21 meters. Coming down to the fourth area, it is again a rectangle of height 6 and width 2. So S4 is equal to 12 meter. S5 is a triangle. Base is 18 minus 4, that is 4. Half into 4. Height is 6 into 6. So that makes it 12 meters. So S total is equal to S1 plus S2 plus S3 plus S4 plus S5. S1 is 16, that is equal to 16 plus 40 plus S3 is 21 plus 12 plus 12. How much is the total? Let us see. This comes to 101 meters. So the total distance is 101 meters. And how much time? Total time has been taken? Total time is 18 seconds. So the average speed is s upon t, that is 101 upon 18. How much is that? 101 upon 18 will be approximately 5.6 meters per second. So the average speed is 5.6 meters per second. So let me write down the average speed here. Then we have tried to add some more value to this question by asking if the vehicle was moving or the object was moving at a uniformly accelerated motion. Uniformly accelerated motion में u is given as 0. Now s we have already calculated is 101 meter. Time we know is 18 seconds. So using the second equation of motion, we were to find out the acceleration, half ut plus half at square. Because u is 0, ut becomes 0. So s is 101 is equal to half into a into 18 into 18. Or a is equal to 101 into 2 upon 18 into 18. If I solve this, it will come approximately 0.62 meters per second square. I could have also asked you what is the final velocity after 18 seconds if it was moving at uniform acceleration. So we know the value of v bar is equal to u plus v upon 2. V bar is 5.6 is equal to u is 0 plus v upon 2, or v is equal to 5.6 into 2 meters per second. That gives it 11.2 meters per second. So from one graph we can have many questions. A question purely based on the graph, like what we have done in the first part, manipulating it into the uniformly accelerated motions, and I could have asked you, had the vehicle been moving at a uniform speed, that means it is not, u is not equal to 0. 18 seconds it covers 101 meters. Then what is the speed of the car? It is 5.6 meters per second. Because the total distance upon total time, s upon t. That means the car would have been, or the object would have been traveling at 5.6 meters per second. So from one simple question, there can be mixture of many questions, making it a bit complicated for us. Okay. Hope this answer all of you have got in your houses. If not, this answer, what we have done in the class, will help you out in doing the similar questions, which we'll be doing in the numericals of these video lectures. Okay, coming down to the questions which we are going to do in the class today. We are going to start from the questions related to the initial part of the chapter. A scooterist covered a distance of 3 kilometers in 5 minutes. So what is given? S is given as 3 kilometer. Time is given as 5 minutes. Now, when we are discussing the units, I told you to convert the units into various parts. 3 kilometers is equal to 3000 meters is equal to centimeters. 3 lakh centimeters. 5 minutes is equal to 300 seconds is equal to 1 upon 12 hour. I am intentionally writing 1 by 12 because it will make our calculation easier. Speed in centimeters per second. Speed is equal to distance upon time. Now what we want? Centimeter. How many centimeter? 3 lakhs. Seconds, 300. So if I cut it, I get 1000 centimeter per second. It was very easy. It becomes more easy when we follow certain rules. I'll tell you what are the rules to be followed. Let us solve this question first. Speed in meters per second. Now meters is 3000. Seconds is 300 again. When we solve it, it becomes 10 meters per second. Speed in kilometers per hour. Now how much kilometer? 3 kilometer. How many hours? 1 upon 12. See why I kept it as 1 by 12? Had I written the decimal here, again I would have to convert it into the fraction. That makes it 3 into 12 or 36 kilometers per hour. Now, before proceeding to the next question, I will tell you the rules which you have to follow while solving the numericals. First of all, we have to write given. When we are writing given, make a small table. Now in this case, I have been given the distance S, 3 kilometers. I will write in front of it SI unit, 3000 meter. Then I will see in the question if there is any other unit which is coming up. Yes, centimeter is coming up. I will say is also equal to centimeter. Once we have this as t is equal to 5 minutes, which is 300 seconds or 1 upon 12 hour. Once we have this given and the conversion at the very top of the numerical, solving the numerical simply becomes very easy for me. S upon t, I will do it here. 3 kilometers upon 1 by 12 hours, that makes it 36 kilometers per hour. It's very easy calculation then. But following the rules of given is very important. Otherwise, we'll mix up with the units and come up with the wrong answer. Okay. Coming now to the next question, again we'll follow the same rule. We'll write down here car travels 30 kilometers. Okay, we'll have to mention it in a different way because the question is a bit different question. A car travels 30 kilometers at a uniform speed of 40 kilometers per hour. S1 is equal to 30 kilometer, V1 is equal to 40 kilometer per hour. Next 30 kilometer, S2 is equal to 30 kilometer, V2 at 20 kilometers per hour. Now what we have to find is average speed. Now just don't do 40 plus 20 by 2. The answer may be right in this particular case, but that is not the right procedure. The right procedure is to find a time here T1, T2. We all know S1 upon T1 is equal to V1. So S1 upon V1 will be equal to T1. So it is 30 upon 4 or 3 by 4 hours. S is upon T is equal to V. So T is equal to S upon V. We have used this particular formula here. S is 30, V is 40. So 30 upon 40 is 3 by 4. Similarly, T2 is equal to 3 upon 2 hours. What is the total distance? S is equal to S1 plus S2 which is 30 plus 30, that is 60 kilometers. What is the total time? That is T1 plus T2. How much is that? 3 upon 4 plus 3 upon 2, or 9 upon 4. That makes it 12 upon 4, that is 3 hours. Or let us correct it. 3 upon 4 plus 3 upon 2, which makes it 6 upon 4, 9 upon 4 hours. Now total distance upon total time is the average speed. Let us write 60 upon 9 into 4. 60 upon 9 into 4. That means 240 divided by 9 kilometers per hour. Had we done a simple calculation of 40 plus 20 by 2, 60 upon 2 is 30. But the answer is not 30. So you have to be very careful. This is a form of non-uniformly accelerated motion, because particular motion is uniform motion. Then there is another uniform motion. It's a mixture of two uniform motions. Hope this answer is clear to you. You can solve it further to get the proper answer in decimals. Let us move on to the next question. The question says, a bus covers a distance of 250 kilometers towards north. That means the bus is originally here. It travels towards north. The distance is 250 kilometers. So S is given as 250 kilometers in 5 hours. T is given as 5 hours and returns back to its original position. That means this is S1 and T1. It is in the north direction. Second time it is in south direction, 250 kilometer, and T2 is given as 5 hours. So total distance is S1 plus S2, which is 500 kilometers. Total time is T1 plus T2, which is 5 plus 5, 10 hours. So average speed is S upon T, which is 500 upon 10, that is 50 kilometers per hour. Second part of the question is, find its average velocity. Now, to find the average velocity, what we have to find is the total displacement. The bus has started from point A, gone to point B, back to point A. So the total displacement is 0. It is plus 250 meters in north, minus 250 meters in north, or plus 250 meters in south. I can write as minus 250 meters in north. So the average total displacement is 0 upon 5 plus 5 is the total time taken. So average velocity is 0 meters per second or kilometers per hour. Don't get confused here with velocity as the same as speed. We are clearly defined. Velocity is total displacement upon total time. The last question, I will not be solving it in the class. That is for homework for you. I hope you will be able to solve it. It's very simple question. I hope you will be able to solve it. In the next class, we'll attempt this question in the class, and if you are not able to do it, we will do it in the class for you. But I know for sure, being such a simple question, you will definitely be able to do this question at home. In the next lecture, we'll continue with the numericals on this subject motion. We'll do the numericals on the 3 equations of motion, on the graphical representation of the motion, mix up the 2 things, do questions on that, and finally we'll close this chapter maybe in another 2 or 3 lectures. In the next 2 or 3 lectures, we'll purely dedicate ourselves to the numericals. Till then, you know what you have to do. You have to keep on watching the videos, keep on liking the videos, subscribing to the channel. More than that, you have to keep studying, keep playing indoors, keep safe. We have to beat Corona. And I know, being such a good citizens of the country, you will help us all to beat Corona. Thank you very much.